Jim Meffert's going to do that for me, so I don't have to move. He'll tell you all about it, though. Maybe not the move, but...
We don't want you to move, Aaron. We don't want anybody to move except to the 3rd District. It's a good place. There's good living out there. But no, thank you for being here, and thank you. This is awesome. What does the button say? Refreshingly awesome? Go pick one of those up. Those things are great. As Aaron said, and I won't take more than 25 or 30 minutes until I see Allison and Waltz come in or somebody else. No, it's fantastic to be here. And thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your energy and your motivation and understanding that there is a lot of hard work to get done. We do have to make history with electing a Democratic governor, the first woman in this state. That is something that is extremely important. Republicans have helped us out by endorsing someone who makes Tim Pawlenty look like he's a moderate. But it's only going to work if we get out and do the work, do the work on the ground, motivate our friends and our neighbors, get people out giving small donations, big donations, whatever, knocking on doors, getting on the telephone, and getting people out and understanding that we have work that needs to be done. We have to reaffirm the hope that we all worked hard for in 2008. That's how we're going to elect a new governor. That's how we're going to send that message, that in places like the 3rd Congressional District, the place where I come from, the place where you're all going to move and help me vote, right? And you're all going to come and work this summer. We can hang out around Lake Minnetonka. We can go up to Brooklyn Park and Brooklyn Center and Coon Rapids and do some great door knocking. We can go to Aaron's home in Bloomington, make sure that we can do things there in the evening.
Just don't tell my address, huh?
What was that address? I didn't hear. No, but we're going to have a great time this summer, really sending a strong message in a district that people think is safe Republican, that's been in Republicans' hands for, what, 40-some years. But we know that it's not a Republican district. This is a district that Amy Klobuchar won by 15 points. This is a district that President Obama won by 5 points. This is a congressional district that has more DFL legislators than Republicans. It is not a Republican district. It is a DFL district, and only by chance it happened that we didn't elect Ashwin Medial 2 years ago. We're going to change that right now, and we're going to show everybody that in what they think is a tough year, we are going to elect a strong Democrat to Congress in the 3rd Congressional District and send a strong message that the things that we fought for, the hope and change that we know is necessary, is alive, and that there are people out there working for it, and expect that to continue. Right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, let's talk a little bit about the guy who I'm running against. He pretended he was going to be a moderate. He was going to pretend like he was, I don't know how many of you remember Bill Frenzel, who was a strong, moderate voice, fiscally responsible, but understood that we have good things that we need to do together to solve difficult problems. We had Jim Ramstad, who was a good, strong, relevant voice. People looked to him for leadership. People went to him and said, help us solve this difficult problem. He protected the environment. He also understood that we had to do things responsibly. Now, Eric Paulson put up the orange lawn signs, and he called himself a moderate. He had a picture with Jim Ramstad, and too many people gave him a pass. That got him 48% of the vote. It didn't get him 50% of the vote. It got him 48% of the vote. People realized at that time, the majority, that he wasn't quite Jim Ramstad, but they gave him a pass. Well, they know now that he is the twin of Michelle Bachmann. He may be the fraternal twin. He's not quite as loud. Doesn't quite say quite the same things. But he votes the same way 94% of the time. He thinks the same way. He has the same ideology. And frankly, that's almost a little bit more dangerous, because people think he's that quiet, relevant voice. But he clearly is not. And we're going to talk with people we know have voted for us already. We're going to talk about how there are difficult things that need to get done, that we can do together. We have to make sure that we are giving aid to students and not to banks. We have to make sure that we are supporting strong higher education, a strong K-12 education system. We have to make sure that we're protecting the environment. The next time somebody like Eric Paulson says that deep water drilling is safe, you look at him and say, really? There are so many things that we can talk about like that. The next thing, too, is Eric Paulson is on one committee. It's the banking committee. And he has voted time and time again to help the big banks on Wall Street, not the local banks, not us with our retirement accounts, not your parents with their retirement accounts and their pension funds and their home mortgages. He has voted time and time again to protect the interest of Wall Street against those of people living in our communities, our neighbors who need help. And we have got to talk about that with everybody and say we've had enough of that. We don't need that voice in Congress. We need somebody who understands that we have neighbors who need help, those who are sitting next to you, those who are across the room, those who are across the nation. We have got to bring back an ideology and a psyche in our politics, and we can do it in our district, that says we do have a common good. We do have a common interest. We are linked together. We have communities that are bound together. We are going to celebrate this in this campaign, and that's how we're going to win. That's the message I need you to help me send, however you can. Come and work on our campaign. Come and intern with us. Come and learn how we're going to win with a strong message that says we can do better by helping each other. That's how we're going to win this. It's going to be close. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a great time. It's going to be a different kind of campaign that really does focus on the ground, but we are going to win, and we are going to send that strong message. So please, please, over the summer and next fall, come and help me. Come and help me win this race, because this race is all about us fighting together for a better future, fighting together for that common good. So thank